Hey, it's crAyon again. This is part 2 of the COD 7 Maya model export tutorial. And the first thing we're going to be doing is opening up our model that we worked with in part 1. And there it is. And we'll take a look at it. One of the things I noticed from part 1 is that I had misnamed the texture and it caused the material to be auto-named. So I'm going to show you how to fix that real quick before we get into the asset manager. So the first thing you want to do is come up here and go to your hypershade. And you want to come over here to your texture and you want to rename this to MTL round cloth text. Okay, and then test the texture, save it, and I'm just going to save in the default texture folder, TGA, and material round cloth TEX. Now you're going to have to type that because I just saved this one here a little while ago. So close this window, come over here to the materials, right click on the material for the cloth, and go down to rename. And make sure that it says MTL round cloth and nothing beyond that. And then hit enter, and that's the end of that. Then come over here and we'll export our model again. And we should be good to go after that. So we'll select all, auto-populate from selection, select it, and export selected. So we should be ready to go over into the asset manager now and actually create the model. There's a couple things we want to do first. We're going to make a new folder here, and we'll call it assets. And then come over here. We're going to get our Maya files. The model is actually created in scene, so put that here. And then our texture we saved in the texture folder, and we'll put that here. So then where we want to go is over to the we want to go over to the model export folder, and name our folder here. And we're going to put the model in here. Then we're going to go back to texture assets. And we're going to put our texture assets in there. So that's the end of that. And now we're going to come over here to the asset manager. And it's going to take 10 minutes to load. Okay, the first thing that we want to do is we want to create our entry for our X model. And then we're going to save the GDT. So we'll go through that. Okay, we're going to call it MP test sphere. And this is where we put our model. So we're already in model export and test sphere. And here's our model. And we're going to go ahead and save that. And we're going to be prompted to create a GDT file for this particular model. So I always put it back in model export because that's where it looks. So this is MP test sphere, and this is the GDT, the game data file. So we'll save this. And then we're going to come down to our we're going to go up to our material file here, and we're going to create a new entry for our material. And this has to follow the name of the material in Maya. So if we need to go back and look at what our material name is, we'll come over here, hypershade, and it's MTL round cloth. So we'll come back over here and we'll go MTL round cloth, and it's a world, and it's none. And our color map is our texture asset, or our texture file. So we'll go down here to texture assets. And this is where we pasted the texture asset earlier. So we'll go ahead and open that in there. And you can say that it's clip if you want to, bullet clip. You know, I mean, you can set a lot of this stuff, but it's very rare that you need any of that stuff, so I don't mess with it. Once you're done with all that, come over here and save it. And we're going to want to convert our material. And that's done. And then we're going to come down to our X model. And we're going to convert that. It's telling me I got a duplicate because I mentioned the model in here, so give me just 1 second. Okay, I'll try this again real quick. I'd been messing with it earlier, so there was a duplicate entry, so don't mind that. Okay, what we have here shows you converted the X model. This is the surface summary, what exactly the material covered. So that's done. And we should be ready to come over here and open up our asset viewer. It's kind of lag. MTL. Oh no, this would be MP test sphere. And there it is. And that is how you export a model out of Maya and create the assets with the asset manager and make the model an in-game model. All you'd have to do at this point is pre-cache the model, add it to the zone source, and spawn the model in your game. Once again, this is crAyon, and we'll see